Good evening. It's Tuesday, June 16, 2020 here in Cebu City. I'm Chari Coronel and here's all you need to know in Newsbits tonight. Cebu City Mayor Edgardo Labella will appeal to the Interagency Task Force to place the city back to general community quarantine after the IATF reverted the status of the city to ECQ. Here's Kenneth Torres for the details.
Cebu City was placed under enhanced community quarantine again today until June 30 after a 2-week general community quarantine status. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque Jr. says high critical care utilization rate, case doubling time of about 1 week, and widespread transmission of the coronavirus disease in 13 barangays are among reasons for the escalation of quarantine restrictions in the city. But for Mayor Edgardo Labella, the city's data on COVID do not warrant restrictions set forth by an ECQ. With this, Labella says he will appeal to the IATF to reconsider their decision on placing the city under ECQ. He says the city has the lowest percentage of COVID-related deaths among major cities in the country and one of the local government units to have completed the prevalence survey through serological testing. Labella also called on to barangay officials to strictly implement health protocols in their area. The mayor says he will impose a sanction to local chief executives who fail to enforce the protocols. As of June 15, the city has 3,613 COVID-19 cases. 1,874 have recovered, while 39 died due to the disease. Meanwhile, Talisay City was placed under modified ECQ due to its rising COVID-19 cases. On its first day of MECQ, the city recorded 7 new recoveries, bringing the total count of recoveries in the city to 43. Mayor Samsam Gulia says he was surprised by the IATF's decision. He says he will consult the city government if he will make an appeal to the IATF. The mayor says he will also meet with Governor Gwendolyn Garcia to discuss about the province's border control since Talisay City is the gateway going to Cebu City and to the south. Kenneth Torres, Newsbits Tonight.
Public buses in Mandaue City can no longer cross the border of Cebu City as it was placed under enhanced community quarantine effective today until June 30. With this, Mayor Jonas Cortez called on the employers to consider housing their employees, especially those who live in Cebu City. Here's Nico Tubo for the details.
Public buses deployed by the Mandaue City government can no longer cross the border of Cebu City after the city was placed to the highest level of community quarantine starting today until June 30. Under enhanced community quarantine, public transportation is suspended. Mandaue City Mayor Jonas Cortez says bus routes going to Cebu City will only be allowed until the border control points. Cortez asked employers to consider providing a house for their employees, especially those living in Cebu City. Cortez says from 40 buses initially deployed during the first day of GCQ, the number of bus units reached up to 116. However, this could change depending on the number of passengers. During the first day of ECQ in Cebu City, heavy traffic was felt at the border control points. Cortez says he ordered enforcers to strictly implement border protocols, especially on vehicles coming from Cebu City. He urged the public to abide by minimum health standards like frequent hand washing, wearing of face masks, and observing social distancing. Nico Tubo, Newsbits Tonight.
Malls in Cebu City are temporarily closing again, except for essential establishments, now that the city was reverted to the strictest quarantine status. Here's Kenneth Torres for the details.
Business owners are back again to square one instead of now being accustomed to the new normal operations, as Cebu City was placed back to enhanced community quarantine starting today until June 30. This would mean more types of businesses were forced to close again, like malls, except for the essential stores. SM City, Cebu, and Seaside branches will be closed starting today until further notice. Ayala Center, Cebu is also closed except for essential stores. Cebu Chamber of Commerce and Industry President Felix Taguiam says, since Cebu City was placed under general community quarantine last June 1, 50 to 60% of businesses came back and have adjusted to the new normal. With ECQ, Taguiam says they will need to reassess the situation for employers should put safety as their priority concern. Some restaurants offered takeouts, delivery, and lower the dine-in capacity, and salons and barbershops are also reopened during the 2-week GCQ. But under ECQ, operations of dine-in restaurants, salons, and barbershops are not allowed. Kenneth Torres, Newsbits Tonight.
Acknowledging frontliners and those who recovered from coronavirus disease will be the highlight of Lapu-Lapu City's celebration of its 59th Charter Day tomorrow. With the theme, Ipadayon ang Panaghiusa alang sa kausaban sa Dakbayan, the Bayani sa Tanan music video will be launched during the event. Mayor Jonard Ahong Chan says, based on the guidelines from the Interagency Task Force, only 10 people will attend the celebration, which will be held at the City Hall grounds tomorrow at 8 in the morning. For the latest in sports, here's Kenneth Torres.
Gilas Pilipinas Program Director Tab Baldwin has apologized to Philippine Basketball Association following his tactical immaturity remarks to the league and its coaches last week. According to the league's official website, PBA Commissioner Willie Marshall reported that Baldwin was apologetic and claimed that his remarks were taken out of context. Baldwin says that he feels bad about what happened, adding that it is not his intention. Baldwin's comment drew uproar from the basketball coaches fraternity of the league that include Team Cone, Norman Black, and Yang Yao. The three expressed their displeasure. Marshall says he and the rest of the league's technical committee will be announcing Baldwin's sanction soon. During a recent podcast, Baldwin says PBA's usage of a single import conference is a big mistake and that officiating in the league tends to be biased towards the import. The Basketball Coaches Association of the Philippines has issued another statement questioning Baldwin's intention for putting up his coaching clinic here in the country. Kenneth Torres, Newsbits.
To get the latest, visit www.sunstar.com.ph. Follow us on our YouTube channel and official social media accounts on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Chari Coronel. Good evening.